Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm gonna do a recap. It is 10 books that we have to look at today. I want to get some feedback. What kind of content do you want to see? Do you want to see favorites that I've read pretty much throughout my whole life? What I've read since I pretty much started keeping track of it again? Give me a shout out and let me know what you think. The first one that I'm going to talk to you about today, we're going to do a little yes, no, maybe so. They're going to go in descending order. Least favorite to most favorite of the batch that I have read most recently. The first one that I want to talk to you about is When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. I loved it. It was dense. Visually, it was one of the most unique worlds, one of the most unique fantasy worlds that I have ever been immersed in. I struggled keeping up with the writing prose. It was beautiful. Like the descriptions of the dragons and the world, it was very ethereal. Basically, when the moon hatched, these dragons calcify up into moons, and something's happening and they're falling to the ground and dying. We don't know how, we don't know why. There's the main character is Rave, and Khan. Basically it's the build up. This is entirely just build up in my opinion. I loved it. It is very beautiful, but just by the sheer daunting task of finishing this and just chugging through it, that's kind of why I rated it a little lower. So if you like big epic world building fantasy, it's a definite yes. Well, this would not be something of someone who is just dipping their toe into fantasy. It is so dense. It's a perfect segue into the next one that I want to talk to you about that I read. It is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. Loved it. It's still low on my reading totem pole because, again, it was just this. It was like this much world building with a side quest, in my opinion. I loved it. Her writing, again, both of these, I read these at the same time. So that was another thing. Don't mix big, high fantasy together, because especially a couple of the things that happen in here are happened in the other book. So it was very hard for me to put together. I loved this book. It was beautiful. Just, again, the sheer density of it with like having to build the world, having to get all of that out. Is why I kind of rated that lower. For this one, it is basically, I imagined like in the East. So I kind of picture like ninjas, ancient Japan or ancient China, kind of in some aspects. In the way that the world is described, it's kind of, to me, I envisioned like a Wonder Woman. It's like a woman-centered, a matriarchal society ran by a queen. We stand a queen. Basically, as long as the queen and her bloodline are in power, the dragons won't wake up. They've been dormant for like 1,000 years, and the 1,000-year clock is ticking. That's kind of what I was referring to. It's like, this is like all build up to the 1,000 years. Again, if you like all the density, all the story building, all of the exposition, yes, absolutely. It's gorgeous. The next one was fun. It's a little romantasy. We read The Wolf King by Lauren Palferman. I liked this. It is romantasy. It wasn't hard to follow, about a princess who gets captured by a werewolf alpha, and she doesn't really know their game, but she wants to play it, and she wants to figure out like what's going on, because it's like a competing war against like her kingdom and the werewolves. She's like, why am I captured? What's going on? She doesn't like who she's betrothed to, so she's given a choice to go with this werewolf. And the story just builds from there. Well, I wanted a werewolf book, and it delivered. That is kind of the vibe I was going for. I was like, I want to read a werewolf book. There we go. This is, I think, going to be a trilogy. I have the second book. I haven't read it yet, but that was what made me choose this. I was like, I want a werewolf book. So if that's the kind of vibe you're going for, it is romantasy. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to do the next one. It's going to be a theme going forward. It is The Anarchist Cookbook by Matt Dinniman. I listened to this on a road trip. I read the first one, listened to the second one on a road trip, listened to the third one on a road trip. Still have to start the fourth, but absolutely recommend. The audiobook is amazing. I just absolutely love this book, the world, the story. Everything was amazing, and obviously more of these are going to be in this list, so we can keep continuing talking about it as we go through the list. The next one, I remember there was a video that I made a little while ago where I pretty much dogged some rom-coms. The rom-com I was reading just did not hit, and I found one that did. Our Perfect Storm by Carly Fortune. It is about some best friends. The best friend, who is named Frankie, is getting married. Come to find out, she actually gets left prior to the wedding. So there was no wedding to speak of. Her best friend George. Basically, it's a rom-com. You could probably fill in the blanks on what I'm saying as I'm saying it. That's just the formula that rom-coms are, but best friends go on a trip. Basically, they kind of lost each other. They found their friendship again, and it builds from there. It was really good. I'm learning rom-coms of who to read and who not to, who to skip, and kind of what stories are for me. So if you want a good rom-com, this is it. I am going to probably at some point read more from her, because I know she has kind of a large backlog of written works. The next one is, here we go. It is The Faraway Inn. The Faraway Inn by Sarah Beth Durst. This is young adult. It is about a niece who goes and helps her aunt for the summer at her, I think it's in Vermont, at her cottage. And there's a lot of shenanigans that go on. There's things that are happening that are unexplained. There's questions that come about, and there's different realms, there's portals. She is becoming an author that I will purchase anything she writes. She had actually 2 books come out this week, and I cannot wait to read them. If you haven't read anything by Sarah Beth Durst, I highly recommend it. I would start here, or otherwise The Spell Shop. The Spell Shop was the very first book of hers that I read, and it just snowballed from there. So far, I think I've read like 3 or 4. I loved it. It was cute. Sprayed edges. Hello. I cannot say more glowing things about Sarah Beth Durst's work. I'm not saying it's heavy. I'm not saying it's real intellectual. It's just fun, cozy, good times. Just like warm heart, like wrap you in a blanket. You want to snuggle up with your hot cocoa. That's the vibes. For almost anything of hers that I know of. I know she's just a good time. The next one. Here we go. The next one is Murder by Cheesecake by Rachel Ekstrom Courage. If anyone knows anything about me, I am an absolute freak for Golden Girls. It is my absolute favorite. I grew up on it. It's nostalgia coded. It is everything that it is a foundational thing for who I am as a person. Let's just go ahead and be honest. So this was like a new episode. I feel like the essence of the characters was there. I've heard some people say that fans of Golden Girls not really care for it, but for me, it was just like a new little episode that provided a hug from my grandma. I watched the show with her growing up, and it will always bring me back to that time and place. So this was just for those reasons alone. So it had to be included. Again, here we go. This is The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. Love her books. This is the second book in the Spell Shop series. The third one, Sea of Charms, just came out this week. I'm waiting for the paperback version to come out because I have paperbacks in all of these, but it is a continuation. It's kind of like a segue. It's like not the same story, but it's in the same world. With mentions of some interconnecting characters. This was the cutest. She writes sentient plants, there's sassy plants, there's family drama, magical politicalness in this. It's just, I snuggled and just ate it up. Here we go again. Carl's Doomsday Scenario. Again, this is the book number 2 in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. We'll just go ahead and throw this up here. The first one is number 1 because it cascaded into 1, 2, 3. We'll just talk about these together. I loved them. I'm ready to jump in. I've done 1, 2, 3. I need to read 4. I'm also listening to them. So I'm doing kind of an immersive tandem read thing where I'm listening to the audiobook while I have the book open and visually reading it too. I don't think I've read anything that has gripped me so to where, oh, I need the second book immediately. That's the kind of thing that I have been missing and searching for in my reading journey thus far. I want to be gripped and sucked in to where I want to read everything in an 8-book series like immediately, like no skips. The only reason I'm skipping is because I have such an extensive TBR. Like it's absolutely insane. So I have to give some things some breaks just to break through and get to some of my other books that I want to read. But this is definitely going on the list to complete. I can't say enough. The words in here, like, it has completely taken over. It's a cult. It's one of these things that will be your entire personality. I will, Donut is queen. Always and forever, we stan Princess Donut and Chonk. And that's all you really need to know. Go find these books, listen to them, immersive read them, and just enjoy a good time. It is a lit RPG. You don't necessarily, even if you don't like video games, you're not big into D&D, you don't do those kind of nerd shit, it's still followable. Yeah, you get points and new achievements and everything like that, but it doesn't take you out of it and assume you don't know, or it doesn't keep you at arm's length even though you don't know. Just if there's numbers, if there's something that you're not exactly rolling with, or just, it's not that serious. It's the end of the world. It is an apocalyptic telling of the scenario. It's their apocalyptic reality TV show, and it's amazing. So those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 books. I just love reading. I love everything about it. I love different characters. I love world building and reading it and learning about it. If I'm curious about something, Googling or finding out answers to something or starting conversations. I can't tell you how many times I've been reading something and me and my husband will just start having a conversation about the context of what I'm reading, or why things are the way that they are, or interpretations of things that I read, or his opinions on maybe my understanding of something, clarifying. You don't have to feel out of your depth when it comes to things. I am finding that more and more the more I'm reading. If you don't know, look it up. Look it up. Like, just take it all in and absorb what's in front of you. I have had such a good time with all of these 10 books. This was a good batch. I handpicked these, given summer vibes, given short reads, given cozy vibes. I've got some real dark and twisted stuff picked out for the fall, which I'm super excited about. I'm gonna shift gears in probably 2 months or so. Just trying to knock out all the summer stuff, and I'm just really excited. Is there anything you guys want to know? Let me know. I want to talk anything and everything with you. Like, subscribe, comment. Let's start a conversation. Let me know. I'll see you guys soon.